Hello, my name is Marysol, and today I want to talk about tarot because I know my last video I was talking about tarot readers. How I used to watch tarot all the time, and like I used to watch a lot of gossip readings. Like I couldn't help it because I cared a lot about what people thought of me, so I'd watch those readings and be like, "What are people thinking about me? What are people thinking about me?" Like I was really obsessed with that. Like and it's like a trap, to be honest. Like, I mean, they're fun. Like sometimes I'll watch them and I would laugh. I'd be like, "Oh, that's so funny." I think I know who thinks I'm like this or who's saying this about me. Like I don't know. That's why I would watch it, like for fun. But then sometimes I would say things that's like, "Oh, like why?" Like it would hurt. So it's like you gotta be careful. Um, and like I've actually kind of started watching tarot again. Like I always say I'm gonna stop, but like really I just don't want to be like wasting all my time watching it and like just like watching one video after another and like they're all saying different things and then I'm confused like because that's how I was what I was doing for a while. But um like I don't watch it like because I used to watch like I would get on YouTube and watch it like as soon as I woke up I'd put one on and then I'd be like, okay, what's next, like it was like never ending. But I finally learned to stop. And also like when I watch them, just try to absorb what they say, like because sometimes they do say really helpful things. Like they will tell me things that it's like, oh, I know this, but like I forgot about it, or like it helps hearing this, like it helps understanding this from like a different perspective. So for me, like tarot, like a lot of people, like a lot of Christian people unfortunately say it's demonic and blah blah blah, like it'll open you up to the devil and stuff like that. But I don't know, me personally, I feel like tarot is kind of like a tool. It's like it's a tool to help you just gain more insight. And um I feel like it's a good way to like, I don't know, kind of bring up different perspectives or just try to look at stuff from like a different approach. um but anyways, also wanted to read this because I have this diary. The cat's on it. And this diary, it's from, let's see, what does it start? I think it starts like at the end of September of 2021. And then my last entry is Valentine's Day 2022. And I actually want to read that too, but I want to read, this is like the second or third entry I wrote in here. And it's from October 1st, 2021. And it says, I feel like I'm a different person. I've been thinking a lot about my present situation and comparing it to my past. I feel like I've done this so many times before, but now I'm approaching it from a more logical approach, whereas before I was approaching it with pure emotion. Ever since I started watching tarot obsessively last year, I have learned a lot about human connections and life lessons and simple truths that, if they're applied to my everyday life, I can have a better life. Maybe. I've also been watching a lot of psychiatric videos, spiritual videos, philosophical videos, videos about dating, lifestyle videos. I've been absorbing so many ideas and information, trying to make sense of the world at such a terrible time, not just for me, but for everyone. At first, I mainly watched tarot for the love readings. I was curious to see if they could give me some insight about my recent heartbreak and maybe confirm what I've always suspected. At first, they did help, and they really helped me. They really helped pass the time, especially when I moved out and spent so many evenings home alone. I love learning all the possible card meanings and the way each reader had their own personality. Some were funny, some were serious, some with a kind, soft voice and kind words. Some motivational, some who lecture you about caring about yourself and putting yourself first. Tarot readers became my life teachers, and I took a piece of each reader and applied it to my own life situations, and I contemplated about whether or not the readings really resonated with me. At the same time I had started this spiritual journey, I had also started a new phase in my life. I always dreamed of my first apartment or home, I would decorate it so it would feel cozy and I would be free to do whatever I wanted. At first, it was very exciting getting my own place, especially since the holidays were starting, so there were a lot of festivities to have at home. Then, after the new year, excitement died out. I realized that I was always home alone and didn't really interact with anyone on a daily basis. I started to feel lonely and started missing my family. I remembered how I always thought I would move out with a significant other and we would have so much fun together. I thought about how my ex really wanted to move in together, but we never did. And then the relationship went bad and ended. Then I started thinking about all my other attempts at love and how painful they were, and how it always felt like I ended up caring for them way more than they ever cared for me. And if they did care, they did not express it enough to me. I started to realize that I would go out of my way to please people so we could preserve the relationship, but even though it seemed my partner was happy, I always felt so unhappy. I dwelled a lot on these feelings. I would sit and think about how negative they were, and I blamed myself for caring too much, for trying too hard. I started to see myself in a very negative light, and I knew I had to do something to make myself feel better because I knew if I kept focusing on the negative thoughts that I would get worse. So I tried to start doing things that make me feel better. Some were good. I felt a bit better, but I also still practiced my bad habits, swearing it would only be the last time. The bad habits made me feel ashamed of myself, and I went back to feeling negative again. Oh gosh. All right, uh and then I kind of write. So dang, this is a long entry. I never realized, but I'll stop there. But yeah, like tarot has really helped me like open my eyes to like myself, like because like when I watch those tarot readings, like it's not always like um because when I watch those tarot readings, sometimes I'm just watching it out of curiosity. Sometimes there's like some that are like self-reflection type of videos, like what is your shadow trying to tell you? What are you I don't know, like there's a lot, like there's so many, but like some of my favorite ones are like the more um like self-reflection ones, like taking a look at yourself, not the gossip ones, not like who loves, not like the love ones where it's like, oh, who's obsessed with you, blah blah blah. Like the ones where it's like, let's take a look at you, like where are you at right now in your life, or like what do you need to work on, like um like how can you fix this, how can you fix that. Like those are the ones I would watch, and those helped me so much. And I always felt like the readers on there were so insightful, like especially the ones that took their time to like really explain, give examples. And then there's some people that even share like their own experiences. And me personally, that stuff always helps me when someone like shares their experiences, because to me, like I recognize that as a way of like relating to you, and also like, telling me like you like if you're gonna tell me something and you're gonna tell me that's the truth or that's the way it is, like you can't tell me that if you haven't lived it. So that's why that's why I flock to the tarot readers, because like I feel like everyday life, like you talk to people and they'll kind of just give you the generic answer that other people tell them, like what they think is like what you're supposed to do, or like what's expected of you to do. But then like you know I don't know, like they just leave it at that. They don't try to like work with you and like understand you sometimes. And I'm not saying like everybody's like this. I'm just saying like sometimes sometimes we just don't have time to like discuss things, or like we just want to like get past it, so because it's really uncomfortable. So that's why I really enjoyed like watching tarot for so long, because I never really had those conversations with people like in my relationships about working stuff out and stuff. Like I just always just hoped it would get better or like go away. And like I had all these emotions stuck in me for so long, and like the tarot readers, like listening to them and really thinking about what they said, really helped me like process all that, and like just start understanding like whenever I would, like in my relationships or like just everyday life, when I would get like bad feelings, instead of trying to act on them immediately, like I could take my time and just like process it, and then that way I can much better decisions. And it makes me sad, like hearing people say that tarot's evil and demonic, because it's like helped me so much. And definitely it could be used in the wrong way. Like, if a tarot reader just twists the story and tries to like give you their own narrative, and not really acknowledge, you know I don't know, I guess just not acknowledge like all the sensitivities, and um just basically try to like twist the reading. Basically, I would say that, like, twist it, twist the truth, twist twist the overall message to fit their narrative and not what you're meant to hear, or just instill fear, because sometimes they will, like, there's been some tarot readers that I feel like they do kind of instill fear. They like, they take the devil card as literally the devil, the death card as a literal death, but all those cards, they're not meant to be taken so literally. Like, maybe in some cases, but in others it's like, no, it's like a I don't know, like a figurative type of meaning. I don't know how to explain it. Like a metaphor. But yeah, like, and I have my own tarot channel, but I kind of abandoned it. And I actually got rid of my cards because, like, I have that fear of God in me again. So it's like, I don't want to do anything wrong. And also, like, I mean, part of me also donated it because I was like, I'm not even using them. Like, and I'm trying to like free up space. So, but I'm not gonna lie, like, I kind of miss doing it. But at the same time, like, I don't really feel called to do it right now. I don't feel like I have anything to share. Like, I want to focus on this channel more, and also like focus on building myself up again, because right now, like, I really need that, like, building myself up. And um I'm just taking my time right now. Like, I'm trying not to stress myself out, because I still get overwhelmed easily. So, but yeah, tarot has helped me so much. And I just gotta, like with anything, just discern what's right for you, what isn't. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. So thanks for watching, if you watched.